Yes, good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hey,
Another episode of Euroscope. Let's do
oh
this.
man, yes, let's do this. Football Nation. Wow, wow, wow.
Absolutely,
Part two.
absolutely.
Woo.
Leo, how you doing, bro? How you doing, my bro?
Yeah, I've been good, man. I'm just bit gassed about the next round. The next round, to be honest, I think it's going to be a very interesting kind of lineup. And there's been obviously some few shocks going on in the last 16. But I did say it. I did say it. And remember, if we're watching back, I
You
did
did
say
call
there
it.
will be a couple of shockers, and I did say that I think Switzerland will do France. What do they do?
Yeah, you know what? Can't hate on it. You
Did
did.
say it.
You did call it.
Hop Swiss, mate. I told you, bro. It was wow. I was like, it was epic, honestly, epic proportions, and yeah, I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I don't know, man. How do you want to start this? Shall we just go down the games in order and then
Let's go
here we go?
straight into it. Absolutely. So
So,
obviously, Italy.
what is it? Yeah.
You could talk about
Italy.
Italy, your nation, your home
Italy.
nation.
Oh my god, they broke my bollocks. Excuse my language, but honestly, like we were just sitting there watching this bloody match, man, and we were just discussing. Like, obviously, my dad had it on the Italian, which was a minute behind. So Luigi's phone pinged off. Luigi's my brother. Oh, for people that don't know him, his phone pinged off saying, "Oh, Austria just scored." I was like, "What are you on about?" And then obviously Arnautovic scored. I said, "How did you know that?" Because we're a minute behind. So I just said to that, put it on the bloody BBC. Ah, no, the English, this English, that, you know how he is, isn't it? So, like, obviously, we just got all stressed about it, and we ended up watching the extra time on the BBC, and then Chiesa scored, and then Pessina scored, and then we could see the crappiest goal like I've ever seen, like conceded thanks to Jorginho. Mate, they stress me out, and you know everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Italy this, Italy that." That's the Italy I know, where they stress you out limitlessly and pull on those bloody nerve endings, which you just don't understand, bro. Like, it's just a jar, honestly, a freaking jar. But I'm glad that the game went the way it went. Extra time, maybe not so, but you know, we went into the next round, so happy days to that part. And then we moved into the next game, which was no, before that it was a Denmark, wasn't it? Wales as well. And that was a whitewash, mate. That wasn't even football. That was just like bon chance to Wales, because Wales did not turn up to that game, bro. They might as well just left the pitch, because it was Denmark just.
Denmark were phenomenal, and
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Shout out to Forever Doncaster, who actually he's been shouting Denmark.
Yeah, but we ripped him in. We ripped him about the Danish.
You know what? We've got to hold our hands up a little bit. They're doing bits. I mean,
they did their bits, man. I mean, Braithwaite even got a goal in the 94th minute. So
that's when you know that you're poor.
Your team is shit, bro. And like, how did you feel? We talk about professionalism. Wales were crap. Yeah, they were. Sorry, one of the comments, unbelievable, man. What do you think about professionalism? Because obviously, it's thinking about. I think that the journalists know how to play on players, but at the wrong time. And obviously, they asked Gareth Bale about him playing his last game for Wales, and he just walked off.
It's ridiculous. Just leave the guy alone, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yes, there's so much speculation around him anyway regarding whether he actually cares about football or golf. But he's clearly down. Just got spanked 4-0.
And you're asking daft questions like that. It was a bit unfair, I'm not gonna lie. But
absolutely,
when you looked at the tactics for Wales, I mean, it was just there was no sustenance. I mean, you're looking at, yes, all right, you're hoping on Bale, James, and their striker, what was his name? Moore as well. So I mean, like, you expected more from Moore, but actually you just didn't get any more there was no glue. So you think about back the Coleman, when Gary Coleman was it Gary Coleman? Yeah.
Chris Coleman.
Chris Coleman. Chris Coleman was a Gary Coleman, my ass. Chris Coleman was manager at the last tournament, and just saw the glue of the team where it was just, bang. It was just there. It was I'm paramount. But this time around, there was just no kind of, there was no drive. We got through, but there was just no drive, and it was quite disappointing to see a little bit.
A lot of it was to do with that individual brilliance, to be fair.
Like to say that Wales were crap was one thing, but Denmark, they showed up, they played their football, and the rest.
And the results. We got to give Denmark their props. They played ball.
They did. They actually played an absolute blinder of the match. So I'm just, I'm not going to put a down on it. Whether they've done it for Christian Eriksen or they've done it for themselves, I think Eriksen obviously had the influence was there from what happened, but. Yeah, Denmark just looked like a different caliber to Wales, and they showed their experience in tournaments. You know what I mean? So it was quite nice to see. Then we went to the Orange. I told you Czech Republic as well. Yeah, remind yourself this. They don't.
I could not see this happening.
I could. They don't turn up to tournament, bruv. They don't turn up to tournament. Matthias de Ligt getting sent off the 52nd minute, and then they got it in their hole from holes, and then you got Patrick Schick, and he's another one. He scored 4 in the tournament already. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting lineup in the next round as well. So we'll get onto that. But that was typical Holland performance, underrated, underpowered, and just no.
So just if you didn't know beforehand, Frank de Boer has been sacked as well. Hey. They just, it was such an underwhelming game considering how good they were in the group stages.
Holland were unlucky. Holland were not unlucky. Sorry, I just read another comment. Holland weren't unlucky, man. They're relying too much on Depay. Now, Depay is a tactical player where he's a playmaker, can score for his club, but in a team where there's not enough prowess. You got Wijnaldum who played, and he played well in that midfield, but they just haven't got I know I actually didn't like him that much. Someone like a Kluivert, someone up front that could just turn on that flare and then boom, that was it. Dennis Bergkamp could do it, but for me there was just no, you know what I mean? It was just no continuation.
Well, I'll say to you, Leo, don't bite for the comments. We'll save that.
I will bite. I had to bite on that one. They were not unlucky.
We will save that for the cooling section because we'll give you the chance, the viewers a chance to come on and have their say.
Okay, we'll get that going. And then
yes, he'll be on.
Then Belgique against Portugal.
You know what?
That was a tight game.
It was, but
they were unlucky, bruv.
You know what I liked about Portugal? Sorry, about Belgium in this. They managed to change their system and they still look fluid. You know, it shows that they can mix it up.
They can play. Their back line is, for me, their biggest issue. They're still really slow. You know, I mean, we know who we got in the next round, and that's tomorrow. So, I'm already shitting my pants because they're number one rated team in the world. I'm not going to lie about it. For me, it just plays on my mind of what's going to happen and how it's going to play out. And now, obviously, if De Bruyne is injured and Hazard's injured, for me, I'd say it's a good thing. But then you got to look at the likes of Carrasco will come on. He's got that flair still. He's still hungry for the football. Do you know what I mean? And then midfield-wise, you got to look at Mertens as well. So, I mean, these players, they've just got backup upon backup, which is scary as hell to think that. And Mertens knows Italian football because he plays for Napoli.
Yeah.
And you got Carrasco, who's just, he's just, you know, I don't know, he just has that kind of zip about him as well. So he's very technical.
He just hasn't proved it, obviously, on a regular basis. But he
left to go to China, came back to Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid obviously won the league, La Liga. So you just got to think he's still got that flair and that hunger as a player for me. But then if you're looking at Portugal, yes, they played, and then obviously Ronaldo was there. I'm 36, still the star guy, but Bruno Fernandes just didn't turn up. This player who's absolutely, prevalent in the United team and showing he's worth it in the Premier League just did not turn up to the tournament.
Yeah.
And for me, like, he's either been you can't say he's been overshadowed by Ronaldo, because Ronaldo's a totally different position. But then he's not being fair. He's not feeding the ball through, which he should do. And then you're still relying on Pepe, who's about 106 now at the back.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the biggest issue that Portugal had. They lacked the supporting cast. Underperformed. Bernardo Silva, Jota, Bruno.
Jota, what did he miss? I was like, what the fudge? Yeah. And then there was a couple of I hit a post as well. And I'm like, you know what? It gets to that kind of point of, is it bearable? Can I watch it? Is it going penalties? Is it not? Is it going to go to extra time? And it just, Hazard's goal was, it was a lovely goal, don't get me wrong. Thorgan Hazard absolutely just scored a worldie there, like with that shot. And where one Hazard is not shooting, the other one is, and doing his business. So, yeah, it's the next round's going to be interesting. I do feel for Portugal, but as I say, it was only a 1-0 loss, so it could have been worse. For a team that's kind of depleted or in the latter stages of a rebuild, not a bad result against the number one team in the world.
Yeah.
Spain, Croatia. Wow, what a match. The first match of absolute, what a game. What a game. Just mind-blowing, 5-3. What, they scored 15 goals in, or is it 10 goals in 2 games now, Spain? Yeah. But they're not the Spain.
They still have Morata. It's crazy. I want to talk about just the aspect of Spain itself. Halfway through the game, first half, Simon makes an absolute howler.
Yeah.
The sun played its part, whatever.
Yeah.
But what I loved about what Spain did thereafter is they still kept fizzing the ball into him.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? It's cool. We still trust you. And that obviously must have bred a lot of confidence into Simon, because he must have been thinking, what have I just done?
Yeah.
But the players rallied around him and said, listen, we're still going to give you the ball. It's cool. We know you got this. And the game was just back and forth. 3-1 up with about 10 minutes to go. I'm thinking, yeah, this is done. And I said the same thing about
I agree,
but yeah.
What you got to look at is the scorers as well. All three of their forwards that played scored. So obviously Sarabia scored, Ferran Torres scored, Alvaro Morata scored. Azpilicueta, Dave, as we call him at Chelsea, scored, which is quite good. And then obviously Oyarzabal come on and done his business as well. Yeah. But then if you're looking at Croatia, it took 2 subs to come in and score. So Orzic and Pasalic. And I think Pasalic has had a freaking great season in Italy for Atalanta. Another player that's got, do you know what I mean? Like credential and momentum, and you're still not playing him, bruv. Like, you still got the old farts on the pitch. That plays that dumb things, like, you know what I mean? So I keep Modric on just because Modric still delivers the balls, but Brozovic, no, Kovacic, okay, won the Champions League with Chelsea, but then he had N'Golo Kante and Jorginho next to him. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't just him. So it's more names. Yeah, again, look at these young, youthful players who actually deliver. And yeah, I think if Pasalic had started the game, I think there would have just been a bit more vibrancy from the Croatians. And I think the 5-3 very much deserved. I'm happy for Morata. I'm disgusted by the fans and what they've been doing to him, his family, trolling him and threatening his family. It's disgusting at the end of the day. That's not football, man. That's just animality. And for me, that's not what football's about. It's not about threatening, these players who, yes, they get paid crap loads of money to play football, but at the end of the day, they've been given a gift. They're utilising the gift of football, and he kind of shut them up with that beautiful goal he scored. So happy for Morata. yet again, Spain, Italy, not happy, but I think next round for them is going to be an interesting one. Then the next one, I think Nostradamus was right again. I told you the Swiss would do you a little bonjour la classe, yeah?
All right, cool. I'm going to talk through this one. I'm going to save face. Let's obviously Switzerland took the lead. Great goal from Seferic. And then they had a penalty. And I thought to myself,
Shaqiri,
are they really going to just turn them over like this? And Ricardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, and they didn't put Shaqiri. I was like, what the fuck?
Missed the pen and literally straight down the other end, Benzema.
Karim.
Can we not just talk about the first touch?
Yeah, absolutely disgusting.
Was mad. Oh my gosh, the awareness to actually think, listen, this ball's behind me, I'm just going to knock it into my stride.
Not even nice. The execution at the end of it as well, the composure.
Then he nicked it.
It was mental finish.
Benzema was rude. He's rude.
Yeah. And then 2 minutes later, he decides to head it in. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
But the football before that was just mad. The interchange on the edge of the box.
Yeah.
Like really, really good football. And then lastly, Paul Pogba. Raps one, top bin.
See, I told you, and then this is why I said, like, everyone's, you don't think Pogba's this, that. I didn't say he's a crap player. He performs, he does these type of things, but not often enough.
Yeah.
And this is where you're thinking, actually, why has this not happened day in, day out? Why has this not happening all season? Why is it not? It was a phenomenal finish. I'm not going to lie. It was classic Pogba from back in the day. And under Mourinho, when he done the same, where he turned the game around himself. 3-1, I had no doubts. I thought the game's definitely still got a lot to give. And then Seferovic again, boom, header. And that's when I knew.
Yeah.
And do you know who played well in that whole game?
Granit Xhaka.
Yes, bruv. Granit Xhaka. He was
that
Granit.
That fizzed into Gavranovic.
Yeah.
I pronounced it wrong. Gavranovic, sorry.
Gavranovic, yeah.
Whipped it in between the lines, and it's a great finish. Absolutely great finish.
Yes, Wig's online. Look at this. Wasn't a fan of his celebration. Oh, Wigham. You're definitely doing a calling, mate.
Let's get through. I think there's people that want to have their say.
Oh yeah, it's great. And then we went through the extra time, and what happens? Then we went into the pen situation.
Now I want to talk about this aspect.
Yeah, go for
professionalism. We talked about professionalism. Mbappe misses the pen. All I see him do is just walk off the pitch. I'm thinking, wait, where are you going? I know your team's lost, but
you're gonna have a laugh, man. My dad rang me literally as he, fuck, he told your mum. What did I tell you? And my mum's giving me commentary. Yeah, he said he's gonna miss it. You know how my mum is, isn't it? Because he was too fucking confident that this symbol. I said, Dad, at the end of the day, Mbappe, do you know his look? And I said to my dad, his look was like, so Shevchenko was ice cold against Juventus when they won the Champions League, and he done the same again against Liverpool when it was 3-3. But he had that look of, shit, it's me taking his last pen. Yeah. And there was just no kind of, I want to give it all. Do you know what I mean? There was no arrogance. Yeah. There was just no, it was just, I'm fucked anyway. Let me just see what happens. It was just no arrogance from it. See, like Pogba's pen. I'm not even gonna lie, all the penalties are absolutely unbelievable, and Sommer's not a bad goalkeeper from the Swiss perspective for that, because obviously playing in the Bundesliga, the amount of pens they get, and they're seasoned well for penalties in the Bundesliga. So I was really happy for Switzerland, and as I say, remaining neutral, excuse the pun, it was a great game. Hop Swiss, and then the French could.
For those who don't know, it then got very, very highly documented that Rabiot's mother.
Oh, I've got to tell you something. Yeah, go on.
Started cussing everybody. He went for Mbappe, went for Pogba. Like, it was mad. Absolutely mad.
But talk about this. What I wanted to say. What the fuck was Rabiot playing in the French team for, though?
I was surprised he was in there, to be fair.
Makwala Rabiot's had no game at Juventus practically this season. And the guys in the French national team, like...
You know the other one that I was surprised about? Sissoko getting picked over Ndombele.
Oh, mate, like, honestly, you got so many players on there. I'm not being funny, Tolizo probably would have been a better shot than Rabiot. Honestly, Tolizo. Yeah. And I'm not being funny, on that bench. In defence, if you're looking at the defence-wise, he left Theo Hernandez at home. He didn't even Theo Hernandez. He had Lucas Hernandez from Bayern Munich, but Theo Hernandez from Milan. Man, are you mad or what? That guy's got prowess, man. That guy scores for you. And then in the long run, you're thinking about, like, you got Wassim Ben Yedder. The guy is a goal scorer machine, bro. Sitting on the bench. You know what I mean? You got all these bloody players that actually will give you kind of Thomas Lemar, not playing prolific as he used to, but still youth, a bit more vivacity. And you've got these mushes like freaking Musa Sissoko, who comes on and boots it 3 miles to the left instead of like doing that. I can't even like fathom the thought of what the hell Didier Deschamps was thinking, man. And it just tactically, Marcus Thuram, he put Thuram on, but I'm not being harsh. Why?
To take a penalty.
Well, Lilian Thuram's son. I mean, I'm not being funny. It's like, come on, man.
That's all it was for, to take a penalty.
Fuck.
So let's move on to the last two, because I really want to get these callers in. The comment section is really lively at the minute.
We are looking at 555 years. History was made. And who said that England was going to do Germany? I did say it.
I might just kick you off the stream. You're getting a bit too cocky at the minute.
No, seriously. I mean, it was coming, man. Like, and yet again, the guy that is the most, for me, underrated player at the moment, or not even underrated, just not getting the respect he should be, Sterling, bro. Like, the guy is basically sticking his fingers up at Pep and saying, you know what, you ain't selling me this season. I'm showing you what I'm actually worth. I'm gonna do what I gotta do for England. And like, he's playing like a number 10 as well. He's doing bits. He's doing bits for England. And like, Grealish, Grealish needs to start for England, bruv.
Yeah, let me not get into that. But like Sterling with the whole UK media, because he's been vilified by the UK media, and he's just like, well, look at me now. Look at me carrying England on my back.
But then the thing is, it was too Foden. So Foden obviously plays the same team, and you got to think about how much they're pushing for Foden to get into the City team, and he will get into it, but he's still young. You got someone that's got enough caliber. He's won leagues and cups, scored bare goals for loads of goals for Man City. Maybe not this season, but last season had not the season just gone, but the season before that, he was just banging them left and right. And honestly, he's like kind of turning him back. And obviously, he loves Wembley because he grew up in Brent. So like, it's one of those things. Actually, he feels at home. I'm a little bit worried about. I'll get into it, but I am worried about them playing in Rome, man. The humidity, bro. Well, we'll get into that, but the humidity alone, my God. But yeah, I mean that, and then obviously Captain Kane came off and actually opened his account finally. But yet again, it's all come from. If you're looking, it's all from the left, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got Shaw, who sorted out Raheem, and you got Grealish, who sorted out Kane. But Grealish, for me, the guy won. Yes, most foul player in the Premiership. Everyone mocks that, but The guy is just he just does it without thinking. It just comes naturally.
He's just too good.
He's influential, and that's the thing. He's influential. Yeah. Roberto Carlos. Sorry, I'm laughing at that. That's actually quite funny. But yeah, it's influential. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think looking at that, Germany, Muller's miss was just fucking this. He did not lick the life, Muller Rice. He literally destroyed that, bro. And you know what? It's kind of karma because the pass come from Sterling.
Yeah.
If they have conceded, he would have gone from hero to villain. And the papers would have just eaten that up. I'm so glad he missed.
Yeah. I'm glad he missed. Absolutely. I
mean, Joachim Low needs to stop sniffing his fingers per game as well. It's just disgusting.
He's finished now. Obviously, Hansi Flick's coming in, so
he's got to sniff his arm. We won't get into that. Here's the sniffing aspect.
Ukraine.
Well, I mean, Forsberg, I mentioned,
good
done the business.
Very good player for Leipzig.
Yeah, Forsberg, another Leipzig player who's come through, scored. I mean, he hit post, crossbar. I mean, unbelievable techers on that pitch. He's just got fluidity and he's very, very pacey. Signed a new contract with Leipzig as well, so he's got to be worth a good little bit of bobs. But yeah, again, a team that's got nothing to lose will just play their game. And Ukraine have got nothing to lose, bruv. And it was on the 98th minute they got there was a red card. Stupid red card. I mean, it was painful. It was a horrible tackle. That knee just, no, we won't even look at that again. It was just horrible. But the celebration to score the 121 mark, it was
minute.
Yeah, it was. Shevers obviously influencing them. It's just nice to see like a kind of another underdog and someone like underdog tournament. I do agree. It's like there's some small teams in there, but there's some big hearts to football. So it makes the games much more interesting.
Yeah, it does.
So we've now looked at around the 16.
Yeah, let's move on to the quarterfinals, but we'll just do a quick fire. We'll say who goes through in each round, and then we'll send the link out to get the calls in. So, right, Switzerland, Spain.
Hop Swiss.
I'm going to go Spain this time around.
Hop Swiss.
You fit Swiss, okay. Italy, Belgium.
Italy. Not just because I'm Italian. I just think that we've got something to give still, man.
I'm going to go Belgium. I think Lukaku's going to torment.
Literally going against everything. Go on there.
Czech, Denmark.
Denmark.
Don't worry, I'm on this side of there. Denmark. And Ukraine, England. England should do it. I'm worried, but
all right. On paper, England should piss it. Yeah. But these are teams that have nothing to lose, and these are the fuckers that you got to worry about, man. Because England, they're as I say, there's two things that's gonna affect England. They're not at Wembley. The humidity in the country is unbearable in Italy. It's like 27 degrees just at night time, bro, and that's in the north. Yeah. So the climate is going to be a bit sticky and mucky. But then also you got to think about it. They're playing a team that's got nothing to lose. So for me, it's going to be a hard-fought game. I think England will do them, but I don't like. It's typical English media. It's coming home like you lot they need to just chill and let the team play because that's how you pressurize teams into doing stupid things. I tell you who's been a standout performer for me, and I dislike the guy very much, Pickford.
He's been phenomenal. And I don't like him.
I don't like him, but honestly, whatever his psychologist has done to him, he's level-headed himself as a goalkeeper. That one-handed save from it was very Buffon-esque.
Hazard.
Yeah.
No, Havertz, sorry.
Yeah, very Buffon-esque, one-handed, boom, straight up. And the agility alone was just phenomenal, man. So good for him that he's actually proven his worth. But I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. You got to be careful with players like Yarmolenko. Like, that guy can score, bruv.
Yeah.
That guy can score. And I think, and I do agree. I think Ukraine will score, but England will just need to kind of really keep their wits about them, because if Maguire has a bad game and whoever plays in the middle with him, I think it's Stones they're putting in.
Stones at the moment. They've been really solid.
They've been solid, but yet again, they've played teams they kind of know. They don't know the Ukraine that well. And this is your problem. If you don't know teams very well, I'm not being funny. If we quickly look back at the Austria game, Italy-Austria. Italy went in there like, we've won 3 games on the trot, we'll be all right. Well, man, these players turn up. You only need a couple of players. So you got to think England, and I've said it, they've got massive players in there from all the teams. From all the kind of like all over the world, and they can play. They're big players. But then, like if you look at Austria, they had Alaba, Arnautovic. Who else?
Those are the big 2 for me.
And who scored? Arnautovic. But the thing is, he's got that prowess because he's got that stamina. Yeah. Now, if we didn't have VAR, it would have been a goal. Italy would have been eliminated. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm being open and honest about it. We would have been fucked. But looking at where we ended up, we're very, I'm very happy and so forth and so forth. But we underestimated a team like that. Now they're going up against the number 1 world seeded team in the world, and we played Belgium before in 2008, 6. When did Italy play Belgium last? I think I'll just quickly have a look at their head-to-heads. So Italy have played Belgium in 2016. We beat them 2-0. Yeah. In friendlies, they beat us 3-1 in 15, and in 08 we beat them 3-1, and then in 2000 we beat them 2-0. So we've got that kind of momentum. So it's been 5 years since the last time we played. So it's just looking about that mentality. The same with the English. England, let's see if they got many head-to-heads with Ukraine. I don't think you lot have.
While you're looking for that, I'm going to drop the link for the
do that. That'd be really good, man.
Put that in the comment section. There it is. If you want to click the link,
this is where you got to look at. So your England performance. So back in 2000, England 2-0. Back in 2004, 3-0 England. 09, 2-1. 09, 1-0 to Ukraine. Then it was 2012, 1-0 England. And then in 2012, 1-1. And the last game, which is in 2013, 0-0. So you got to think these they don't lie down like just because they're England. And this is what you got to be careful of. And they play for that kind of thing. They love it. So it's going to be really, really hard fought. And I'm not going to lie. I'm actually excited about these quarterfinals, man. Whatever happens, it's football at the end of the day. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. And it brings me to this comment that was put up earlier from Santiago.
Yeah.
I
agree.
And like I said, it's bringing that sense of excitement. So yeah, definitely looking forward
to Greece, bruv. Just think about the Greece situation.
Yeah,
didn't expect it, and bang. Even Portugal against France. It's more the more of the underdog team has done it. So
yeah.
It's anyone's tournament, to be honest.
It is.
At the moment.
As we wait for anyone to come into the stream, you said that you reckon you will do Belgium, and it's mainly because of the defense. What worries you from their end?
Big Rom. He worries me very much so. Big Rom worries me. Then you got to look at. It depends who he puts in from a midfield perspective. If De Bruyne is not in and Hazard's not in, what formation he brings out as well? Will he change it up because of the way Italy play with their free the wingers and the lone striker? Who he puts in midfield, man? Because for me, I'm gonna say I don't like Verratti, man. Verratti holds the ball too fucking much. He's very quick with his feet, but just loves pranning around too much. He's too PSG driven, and he's bringing that. Yes, you need a bit of flair, but not when you're 0-0, man. And that's what he done against Austria. 0-0. He's doing all these stupid back heels, just pass the ball around. You got Barella, you got Locatelli, and you got Jorginho. They get straight to the point. They play the ball, boom, 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 goal. And these are different. It's the same during the whole thing. He came in, he done what he needed to do, but for me, he holds the ball up way too much. So I worry about our midfield. I worry about what kind of head we're going to walk out with. And I worry about Lukaku. If Lukaku has a good game, he's just a fucking animal at the front. I'm not even going to lie. He's just a beast, bro. He's got strength. He's got stamina. So I just think if Chiellini is back, we need Chiellini at least a 98 to 99%.
Yeah.
Not just because his name's Chiellini. And we've got to be honest, I don't like Acerbi. Gets on my tits, bro. Like, he's lucky for he just gets on my tits. Bonucci plays well, but then you need someone with that solidarity on them. I can't deal with fucking Acerbi, man. He's like watching a Muppet show with him on there, man. So
you are going to be a bag of nerves.
I'm going to shit my pants. I can't wait. That's why I love football.
This is it. Right, we got some people in the studio. So
nice.
First things first, I'm going to bring up United Community.
Nice.
What up, bro?
Good evening.
Good evening, how are you doing?
I'm not too bad. For coming on. What would you like to talk about?
I would argue about Italy probably potentially winning their Euros because nobody expected them to be that good. They've been playing really well under Mancini. Really, before the Euros, they were really they were undefeated in 30 games, something like that, which I didn't put into account really. Most of us didn't, but they're playing really good football. I think they're really good defensively, really good attacking wise. I think they're brilliant. I would argue England, like if they reach the semi-final, then I think it would be easy path because they've got already an easy path to the semi-final. But if they go on to the final, it would be probably Belgium or Italy. I think probably Italy will beat them because, they've been absolutely brilliant.
That'll cause a divorce in my house. I'm just saying, because my wife's English. So 8 years. I'm going strong at the moment. So yeah, it's honestly, it's nice to hear someone saying that. I mean, I'm very superstitious, so I don't really talk about Italy, and Richard knows this, just because of the sake of it, and I never build them up. I mean, if we're looking back, in 06 when we won the World Cup, my games, I would bag of nerves from the beginning till the end, obviously. But from the Ghana game to the France game, it's just I never spoke about it. Whatever happens at the end of the day. It's going to sound funny, but if I see Italy win this Euro, and I've seen them in 2 finals and lose 2 finals, I'm going to say third time lucky. It's going to be, I'm going to say, I think I've clocked football because I've seen my teams as a whole win everything, man. Literally, that's the only thing that's missing is a Euros. I've seen my clubs win Champions League, UEFA Cup, League, both of them. I've seen Italy win a World Cup. It'd be nice to see them to lift the Euros, and I'm going to say I've clocked football, man.
That'll be an achievement.
That'll be an achievement, right? It's not bad to say in a lifetime.
Hamza, what's your thoughts on the England game? Because you were very active during that game when me and KG, the comedian, were doing the watch along, cheering Germany all the way you were. What do you say now that the game's done?
Now, to be honest, I did it for banter because I don't like England, to be honest. But and to their credit, they tactically wise, they were good. I'm gonna give Southgate credit there. But what I expected really, it's that German team. Ginter's playing the back. Who's Ginter? And playing up front who? Kai Havertz, Thomas Muller when you've got on the bench Leroy Sané and Gnabry. What is this? What's going on? Like there's something going on here. I really wish Hansi Flick would have been appointed before the Euros. Honestly, like I don't know what's happened in this Euros. To be honest, like his rotation was absolutely crap. The manager, I don't know what happened. To be honest,
do you think it was obviously winning the World Cup on the latter end? He's like, you know what? It is what it is. I've done my business for the German national team as a manager, brought the 4th World Cup home and did what we needed to do. But I do agree rotation was absolutely poor. Timo Werner did not have a very good season scoring-wise for Chelsea at all.
Hamza, I don't think Vibes agrees with you, boy.
The guy keeps attacking me every bloody time in every bloody channel.
I think the Germans are a very older team. They have got youth, but then it's how their rotation, as you say, is poor. But I think it's going in with that mentality where Germany, we never lose a tournament or we all start slow and then deliver. It was just nice to see England break that 55-year drought finally.
No, look, I would have to disagree with the Timo Werner one. I think Timo Werner, with the system that the manager played, I thought he was a bit decent, but Muller played no part on that pitch. Like, did subtle really and missed the chance. Sane should have been given a lot more chances, a lot more game time. Gnabry as well, like, and playing Ginter at the back, like, it pisses me off, honestly. Like, who's Ginter? Who does he play for? Like, I didn't like the back three, to be honest. Like, I thought Rudiger and Hummels were good, but Ginter was just dreadful, man. Absolutely dreadful.
Looks like we just lost Leo on the stream. All right. United Community, we're going to have you back on, so don't disappear. I just want to give Santiago his say, and then we'll continue the conversation. Yeah?
Okay.
All right, sweet. Just quickly shout out Vibes inside. Shout out Brad. Main man out here. Inside. I can't do it. I ain't got the voice for it. I don't even know why I tried. Yeah, let me just bring...
Sorry about that. So yeah,
charge of things.
Yeah.
Santiago, what's up, my bro?
You gotta say with some energy, like inside.
Inside.
I don't know. What's your thoughts? What's your viewpoints?
So I guess I was really just kind of analyzing what that Belgium Italy game. I think those injuries I think they're going to play a big part in it. I think it's going to make it a lot closer than we originally expected. Without De Bruyne and Hazard, like that's big name players out there. But yeah, I mean it's been a bracket buster, of a tournament. So it's been an exciting one. I think it's going to be Italy, England on that side, and then Denmark on the other one, and then Spain probably. I don't know. That one's kind of a toss-up.
Is there anything that you were impressed with this week? You were surprised with?
Anything that I wasn't impressed with?
No, you were
impressed with. That
I was.
Things that surprised you?
I mean, you have to think that the group of death is the group of dead now.
Yeah, they're all gone.
All of them. That's just one of those where I will admit I'm a bit of a flip flop. I did have Germany in my bracket.
To be fair, quite a few did.
Yeah.
Put him in the sin bin, please. I can see German over here.
Just trying to see if I get
it. To be fair, Santiago's shout was that Germany wouldn't come out the group stages.
I thought they wouldn't, honestly.
And he was 5 minutes away from getting that right.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is with Germany is they don't really have that much going up top. I mean, Werner just can't really score.
Mullican put away his yogurt, bruv.
This comment
100%.
was elite. Shout out,
Crunch
Jim.
corner, bruv. Crunch corner. It's a fruity corner, more like.
So I don't know. I mean, the reason why I thought it was a 50-50 game between England and Germany. When I saw that lineup, though, I was like, this is a negative lineup from England. Like, I was like, they're, in my mind, I thought they just set up way too defensive and put all their creative players on the bench. That was kind of my big concern, and that's kind of why I ended up going for Germany instead, unfortunately. Well, predicting Germany, I was cheering on for England. How about that?
Good lad. Unlike United.
Talking about transfer, did you see Jadon Sancho in principle? Yeah, with United. 78 million. Ooh.
You're a United fan, Santiago. What's your thoughts on the signing?
I think it's a brilliant signing. I mean, I think it's a good signing because you needed somebody to link up on the right-hand side with Wan-Bissaka on that end. But as far as priorities, I would have prioritized a CDM or center back above that if I had the choice.
Yeah, we don't have any Arsenal fans out here, but obviously news that they've signed Nuno Tavares. Don't know why, but
bored.
They put a dance video for him.
They're trying to look busy.
Well, Tottenham just signed the Nuno, so they might as well have a Nuno as well, innit?
Somebody put it like, get me Nuno, and they got the wrong Nuno in there.
Bro.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, you know what? Let's bring that United community into the chat. Let's have a conversation.
Hey, Tomza.
What's up, man? How you doing?
So,
good.
You've said, Santiago, you've said your tournament bracket, who you reckon will go through on each side. Hamza, let me go through the team. So we got Switzerland, Spain. Who goes through?
Switzerland, when they played France, they played good football. They were playing really good football, and but Spain, they have a good coach, of course, Luis Enrique as well. They have a good squad, but I think they're bottle jobs. And if they go through to Swiss, then I don't think they're gonna go through to the finals. So probably say Switzerland.
Belgium, Italy. Oh, you said Italy. You took Italy to go through, don't you? So
Belgium, based on their performances, I think that Belgium last time they played absolutely crap. Even they were defending badly when they were defending. I just thought that Portugal, was it? They missed a lot of chances. So I would go Italy for that one. I think they've been brilliant since the beginning of the tournament for me.
Czech Republic, Denmark.
Now this is a tough one because Denmark have been really good since the Christian Eriksen incident, but Czech Republic have been solid as well. I reckon that might go to Pence, and I think that I don't know, because I'm a man of miracles, really. So I think
fucking Lazarus over here. There he is.
Denmark might ride their luck and go through. So I think Denmark are gonna ride the luck, to be honest.
And lastly, Ukraine, England.
It's an easy one. It's England, but we've seen the group of death totally eliminated. So I wouldn't be surprised actually if England got eliminated. So I'll go.
What do you want to happen though, Hamza? No, I'm gonna have to ask you. I'm gonna pull you up on this one. What do you actually want to happen with England?
A miracle.
As a United fan, I want England to get out. Like I was waiting from the beginning to get out because to announce the Jadon Sancho deal, Rashford to get a rest, Luke Shaw to get a rest, Harry Maguire to keep his form to the next season. So England out.
You're not selfish at all then. No, that's fine.
Right. Bye, Hamza.
Wait.
He's been bit
Oh,
after
that's
that.
blasphemy. Blasphemy. No, we're not having it here.
Fuck, you just turfed them out like that, yeah.
Yeah, I can do it.
Do me a favor.
Brother, it's like you're on Tinder. It's like, swipe, no, fuck off.
I
See
can
you
do
later,
it.
mate.
You need
That
to
was
time out.
disgusting.
He's there talking about resting players for club football. We're in international season right now. Support England. Even though you're Egyptian.
It is a banana skin, though. I will say it is a banana skin.
That's what I
Hey,
said.
brother, do you want to get yourself singed in too?
No. I want to say it, Santi. Listen, for me, England have the sustenance, but for me, it's not about who they're playing; it's the environment they're playing in. And I'm telling you, that's going to be a big cause factor. Watch how many drinks breaks there's going to be within this game because of the heat. It's got really hot over there at the moment. So,
Does it?
especially what we're in July now. Fuck me. Let's just see. Hang on a minute. Rome, yeah. Redemption for United. Jesus Christ. Let me just have a look.
When did your sin bin there? I don't know why you're still talking about United.
So at the moment, when do England play? Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So during the day, you're looking at 33 degrees. The evening is 20 degrees still.
Okay. Yeah.
And at the moment, it's 23 degrees over there. And I'm telling you, this is the kind of the heat that will be over there. And there's the humidity. So if we're looking at humidity in Saturday,
Whilst you're looking at
84% humidity.
Okay. Yeah. So
You're looking, and as I say, you're looking at the. Did you get food poisoning?
Hamza, you need to answer the question. Answer the question.
Food poisoning, fish and chips.
The guy runs after me like in every bloody channel. Honestly,
He runs after you, yeah.
him and Romeo. Like, there's something wrong. Honestly,
Listen, Leo, if you don't know, listen, Vibes is banter galore.
Bro, that's what you need, though. You need the balance.
Hamza, word of advice, don't take it.
Try him out. I'm joking.
Don't take it. Listen, Hamza, you're just getting reeled in and you are biting hard. Like,
It's just fishing, bro. It's fishing, isn't it?
you absolutely. I'm not. Yeah, you can't slander his name. Vibes is vibes for real. Good vibes at that. Good vibes.
yeah, of course, good vibes. You kidding me?
So speaking of banter, I gotta get back to work. So I'll see you guys later.
Peace. Thank you for joining, man.
Big up for coming through. Hamza, you having another time out? Stop. Can't slander vibes like that.
No. Any more?
Let's see if he's gonna behave himself. You're gonna apologize.
Vibes.
I'm sorry.
All right. I'm gonna say I'm sorry, but please don't run after me every bloody channel, please.
That's not an apology.
Vibes. I'm sorry.
Big up, guys. Don't forget, yeah, I'm decent. All I'm gonna say is, mate, it's one of those things of if you got to say it, you got to be able to, yeah, you got to bring it as well and take it, bro. It's fine. It's all banter. It's fine. It's on two channels. My days. How many? What's the view still saying, bro? How many we got on?
No, it's gonna be on both sides now.
404.
Listen.
Does Vibes want to jump in on this?
I would love him to jump in, but I'm not going to press him for that. He said he's going to have his time when he jumps into stuff, so I'm not going to press him.
How many people are you still watching? Do you know?
About 5 or 6.
Decent.
Right.
Big Wham, are you still there? Stay, Si.
What's that?
I was just seeing if Simon's still there. I don't know, my mate. See whoever wants to jump.
In the comments. But yeah, hit the link if you want to come in and just say about the Euros, to be fair.
Yeah, be decent if he jumps in on it. Yeah, Simon Wiggum.
Just jumping on the banner. Right, it's all good vibes here. Let me just put the link out again.
Anybody got a clue who's gonna be the top scorer of the Euros?
I think it's who's it? Schick is still in with a chance. Big Rom.
Hamza, I think he got support, you know.
Hashtag testicles.
Don't you start that.
Bob, if you're saying testicles, you're going, mate. There's no testiculars on this, please.
It's Bradley, man. It's Bradley.
That's beautiful, man. You can talk to him in your own time about his testiculars. I think it's like, I don't know, for top goal scorer, I think it's a very, very open. It's still quite open, I think. I think it's going to be interesting. Obviously, Ronaldo's still top with 5, but we've still got a few rounds to go. So we'll just see where it gets from there. I think this round is going to make it interesting. Even Sterling's a good shot, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna just say Sterling like bangs a goal every game.
Kane's wakey, rise and shine, man. So you never know.
At any moment, you can wrap a hat trick.
You woke up the.
I think it is goal last time the lucky one. Like it was a tap-in, but he's been dreadful from the beginning of the tournament, to be honest. His head is not in the tournament at all.
I said this. I think it's not that he's not getting the delivery. I said it last week.
I agree.
Give him the right source, and he'll make it look easy. And that's what he did with Grealish's cross. Made it look easy. 10-second rule, Rich. It made it look easy and a beautiful header. To be honest, like for someone he hasn't been in top form with Tottenham this season, I'm not going to lie, but he's still scoring goals, mate. So I think give him the right, feed him right, he'll score, man. And that's what you got to think.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I thought like 2 CDMs affected that game his game as well. But don't Spurs do that? Like I think like Spurs like play defensively as well, and he bangs goals and assists. So probably like I know they're the better.
Spurs have got he's got Son next to him, man, and then you got to look at the midfield as well. Like Sissoko is a different player at Spurs than he is for France, but then you're looking about who else.
He's a poor player, regardless. He's just poor.
This season has been absolutely dreadful for both. I don't know why Deschamps like puts him in a squad, to be honest. Like one of the reasons that France lost last time was because of Sissoko.
Nah.
He came in and offered nothing.
It was poor midfield choice. You had Ramos on the pitch. You had players that weren't linking very well. There's a lot of factors of where you're looking at your team. He had three at the back, didn't he? Or did he have, no, he played 4 at the back, but then you got like Theo Hernandez, like he should have gone, man. Like his pace alone breaks down defense of Milan, and he's
injured. Wasn't he injured?
There was a massive lack of balance with the French.
Yeah.
I thought the balance was off with France.
But
also Verratti was injured, if we've got to go down that route, and he still got called up and then he's played games. So I just think it's a Deschamps issue of where he's chosen the wrong players. Big names over performances. I would have played, thinking about Ben Yedder's, I think he was a big miss up front as well. He could have definitely done a little bit. I think there's so many aspects that you could break down the French team and look at it over and over again. At the end of the day, I'm going to give kudos to where kudos is needed, and Switzerland just performed.
Well.
And that's it. It's basically, we can say it's his fault, their fault, our fault, but at the end of the day, the right team won through merit, not just because You know.
Absolutely.
But I think we are praising Paul Pogba too much and aren't blaming him for 2 goals. Like I think one of the goals was the classic Paul Pogba goal. Like always, the other team takes the ball from him and they counter attack and they score. It happens a lot with Paul Pogba. And the second one, I blame the defense in the midfield. I think there was too much space between them. I kind of blame Pogba because he stayed forward, like he didn't go back. It's like the last seconds of the game.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I think it's not down just to Paul Pogba. No, obviously I said what I said.
I'm not saying it's only on Paul Pogba, but I'm saying one of the reasons of the loss is Paul Pogba. Like I
think it's team ethics. I think at the end of the day, it was the 20th minute football. It was in the latter stages. Fatigue kicked in, and I think at the end of the day, it was down to a fatigue thing. And Switzerland just had a little bit more zip about them in the latter stages and were able to do what they needed to do. For me, yes, I think a lot of people said the game was won at 3-1. You should never.
Out of nowhere.
Colossus or Michelangelo, more like. I think at the long run, you got to think, Mbappe did miss the pen. He underperformed the whole tournament. He started every game. And yet again, why? Because he's worth so-and-so amount and he brings in sponsorship money. It's bollocks. Excuse my language, but it's bollocks. If you're not scoring, you're not playing properly, give someone else a chance.
Yeah.
But yet again, it's down to football politics. It's pleasing the fans because that's what generates the money, and that's why tickets are selling. You don't win tournaments just because your name's Mbappe. You win tournaments because you play as a team and you bring it as a wholehearted performance at the end of the day. A 3-1, you shut down the game. You don't keep persisting and trying to score goals. And what he was doing was he was trying to play his football, not team football. And at the end of the day, I think it's a team perspective that they lost the game. But then it was proof was in the pudding when he had to stand up to the plate to show his sustenance at the last penalty. He fucked it. Why? Too short, not performing anyway, and I just don't think he shouldn't never have taken a penalty.
I haven't spoken to a guy who once Mbappe stepped onto the ball to shoot that pen. Like I haven't spoken to anyone who said Mbappe is gonna score it. Like I felt it.
Not confident.
He was like I felt like he was dead when he was stepping onto the pen spot.
But then, we can talk about big players missing penalties. And for me, obviously, my biggest penalty miss I've ever seen, and obviously broke my heart, was Roberto Baggio in 1994. Yeah, he was injured. He still stepped up to the plate.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he skyrocketed the ball.
It was a shame because Baggio is a baller.
And you know what? It still made him an Italian legend, although he missed. But he turned up to the games. And he took a penalty injured. He shouldn't have, but he did.
I think the loss on France was a lot on Deschamps. To be fair,
you're going around in circles. 1 minute is Pogba, 1 minute is Pogba. At the long run, what you got to look about is a perspective, man.
And one by one. Come on, one by one.
Deschamps did what he did as a manager, and he's crowd pleasing, and obviously.
Oh no! Don't do this to me.
How young are you? How old are you?
15.
You're 6. Did you say you're 6?
15, he said.
That's 6 fingers.
So you're literally, you're still prepubescent football, my man. So you've still got a lot to learn about it. I'd say look at the game properly. And that's not being horrible to you. I think it's more about looking at the politics behind of why certain players are playing for their team. And at the end of the day, that's what's going to give you a better understanding of the formulation between who gets picked and who doesn't get picked.
Absolutely.
Mbappe had a really poor performance every single game.
He should have gone out 100%.
Okay, but he was still on the pitch at the end of that 120 minutes. Why? Because he's worth so and so, and that's it's all about sponsorship loss. So at the end of the day, it's the same principle. Really quick, it's the same principle as in best player of the tournament in the World Cup, where Germany beat Argentina. It was James Rodriguez that was clearly the best player of the tournament, and they gave it to Lionel Messi. It's an absolute farce. So football is great, it's exciting, but sometimes politics ruins it. And for me, a little bit of political warfare was played there.
Absolutely. On that note, let's wrap up this stream. It's been very insightful, actually. A lot of banter, a lot of biting. Inside. So you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. But you know what? United community, thanks for coming on. Please shout out your channel.
Keep following football, mate. Trust me.
I will.
You're doing a good job. Shout out your channel.
United community. It's the United community. It's basically it's about Premier League football, but more including about United. So if anything like breaks about United, things like that, I will do it instantly. Watch-alongs will be on Man United. We'll work hard. We just started like 3 weeks. We're gonna continue and see what happens. Hopefully, be good.
Listen, guys, this young man's 15 years old. He's studying at the moment. He's taking this bold step in starting a channel. So if you're watching now live, or if you're going to watch in the future, please just go over to United Community, show him some love, like, share, subscribe to his channel, and continue doing what you're doing, bro. Seriously, like you live in Egypt, correct?
Yeah.
You live in Egypt, so listen, there's a market for you to try and hit, So just keep grinding, keep working. Yeah, but focus on your studies more importantly. All right.
Okay.
All right, bro.
Thank you for joining, man.
Thank you, man.
See you later, man. Bye.
Hold on, before you go.
Cool.
Bradley called you a pagan.
Love, man.
Don't bite. See you later.
Oh dear.
We have to have fun with it.
We'll quickly wrap it up. This evening's been testicles out. It's just getting worse, bro.
Hold on. You know what? Bradley, click the link. Actually, to be fair, he's quite busy. But I'm going to shout out his channel for him. Listen, Bradley from United Fan TV. So that's UTD Fan TV. Another United content creator, does watch-alongs and the sorts. Top lad, and he does great content, so I'll definitely be working alongside him in the future as well. So big up to Bradley. Sorry there.
That's right, mate. I think in the long run, I think we've definitely hit the market at the moment. We've spoke about what we think is going to happen in the latter stage. So the next round will be really interesting. And obviously, once these games have outplayed, we'll be back with another episode of Euroscope discussing semi-finals and potentially what's going to happen in the final as well. Honestly, thank everyone who's joined and who's listened and had their say. The banter's been absolutely perfect as well. A nice little bit of light banter makes it a little bit more interesting as well. It's nice to see that individuals know each other as well. So it's really cool. It's nice to have a little bit of football community and love going on. Although it's just just keep it nice and light and just keep enjoying it, man. I'm gonna say it's been sick. I've really enjoyed it, Rich. I think we're just gonna peace out and then let's see what happens in these quarterfinals, man.
Definitely, we're just gonna keep churning out this content, myself and Leo. So
maybe semi-finals, guys. We might try something new where we actually stream during the matches. We'll let the quarterfinals play out, and then semi-finals. We will try and do live streams during the matches so we can have people's comments and just see what we're thinking about. It's just an idea me and Rich have had. I think it'd be really good. It'll just give us a little bit more sustenance as it happens as well. Obviously, we can't show the matches But United, mate, you won't be banter. Don't worry.
You can't stop biting.
He's literally a bit, man.
Yeah, big up, Brad.
Nice, Brad. Definitely.
We'll
we'll try something new. We'll try to do some live streaming during matches just to give us a little bit more as it happens. And then we'll do halftime call-in, so everyone giving us a little bit of what they think the first halves were like. And then obviously we'll do the full-time review. And it'd just be nice just to give us a different angle to talk about the game whilst the iron's hot kind of thing. So, I'm going to peace out because honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure doing this evening, Euroscope.
It's been wicked, man. Thanks for everyone that's tuned in live. Thanks for everyone in advance that's going to tune in later. Like, share, subscribe to Eagle Eye Football. We're just going to keep churning out the content for you.
Absolutely.
And we out.
Peace.